Restrictive clause versus non-restrictive clause, drawing the lines. Restrictive clauses are a variety of relative clauses, or adjective clauses, that is, clauses that re-emphasize a noun, or a nominal, or describe it. A restrictive clause is a clause whose existence is relevant to the meaning of a sentence. They are known as essential clauses because separating them from a sentence will have an impact on the meaning of the sentence. To exemplify, the boy whose father was king leaves here. Whose father was king is a restrictive clause, and it performs the function of describing the boy by providing information about him, which clearly specifies which boy is being referred to. This is often important in order to be specific about reference. Removing the restrictive clause, whose father was king, will affect the meaning of the sentence such that it will be unclear which boy is being referred to. To exemplify, the boy leaves here. Though it is grammatical in its composition, its meaning is lacking compared to the first structure, which clearly specifies which boy lives here. Non-restrictive clause. Non-restrictive clauses are another variety of relative clauses. They are a type of relative clauses which provide additional and optional information about a noun, or a nominal element. These clauses are separated from other elements of a sentence by commas, which clearly indicate that they can easily be removed from the sentence without impairing the sentence's meaning. To exemplify, Kaylee, who noticed the oncoming bus late, got hit by a bus. Can you now spot the difference between this clause and the restrictive clause? Here, we already know who Kaylee is, so we do not need much clarifications about her. We know her name. The non-restrictive clause, who noticed the oncoming bus late, is not essential to the meaning of the sentence. In fact, it merely adds extra information to the proposition, which is not paramount to the understanding of the sentence. It is marked off from the main clause by 2 commas, one at the beginning, and one at the end. This indicates that an exclusion of the clause does not impair meaning, rather the clause in question performs an optional role. It can be dumped easily. To exemplify, Kaylee got hit by a bus. Note, both restrictive clauses and non-restrictive clauses are introduced and bound to a main clause by relative pronouns, such as who, whom, which, and that. It does not get clearer than this. This is all we need to know, but for the sake of adding a bit more information, no one asked for, we could then go on to say, Kaylee, who noticed the oncoming bus late, got hit by a bus. There, you have your extra information which nobody asked for, so we can just get rid of it easily and still make sense. Simple. So that makes up the difference between a restrictive clause and a non-restrictive clause. Restrictive clauses are clauses whose existence are relevant to the meaning of a sentence, while non-restrictive clauses are clauses that provide supplementary optional information to a sentence, usually marked off from the main clause by commas, and can be easily excluded from the main clause, without impairing its meaning. For the sake of coming to terms with both concepts, here are a few more examples, just for you. The old couch which squeaks a lot is dirty. Restrictive. Games that involve bloodshed are injurious to mental health. Restrictive. Chris, who ignored my warnings, is now facing detention. Non-restrictive. The beautiful house which is just a stone's throw from mine, is as beautiful as always. Restrictive. Hassan, who barely reads people's moods, is now in trouble. Non-restrictive. Mr. Johnson, who almost slipped last week, knows how to host a good party. Non-restrictive. Mr. President, who could have been Senate, is looking amazing. Non-restrictive. Wasn't that helpful? Now show me you understood this. Write one restrictive clause and one non-restrictive clause in the comments section. See you soon.